Right, okay, I know I said I'm going to do this 31st dates while I'm 30 thing. However, I've just realised, where on earth am I going to find all these people to go on a date with? I mean, maybe dating apps, I guess, but if you've got any tips on how I can actually find men to go on a date with, please let me know, because I've got 29 more to find.
What a loser. But anyway, Ampu, as I was telling you, yeah, I don't know, man, it's just not working out with women. I was thinking maybe I could go for like femboys, you know? Because look, hear me out. At the end of the day, a butthole is not gendered. You know what I mean? So there's that, you know? Oh, guys, welcome back to the channel. Didn't notice you're here already. Why did you come so early, guys? Did you follow maybe the stench of dating unsuccess and misery? You probably have, because we have this woman right here, guys. Editor, can we get a better view of this woman? There you go. Absolutely fantastic, guys. Now, I can think of at least two big reasons why this woman shouldn't be single at 30. But she is. She is nonetheless, because she sucks. That's how much she sucks. So, you know why she sucks, guys? Because she hasn't heard this advice. Men you should avoid by this woman who I hear is an expert in dating, even though she's also 30 and single. But don't take it from me, guys. Like and subscribe, and let's see what this woman has to blabber about.
Here's a list of men you should never date, harsh version. Number 1 is men who are spiritual. If a man considers himself to be spiritual, that most likely means that he's just now learning things that most people learned when they were 5 years old, such as compassion and empathy. A man who is spiritual is also a man with a huge ego who thinks that you need to learn from him and that he has wisdom that you have not yet learned. This is the final boss of mansplaining, and you need to run as fast as you can. The next one is a...
Chat, is it bad to be religious? I mean, according to this woman, it is. Look, everybody has something with people who say they're not religious, but they're spiritual. They're just full of bullshit, right? But someone saying that he's just spiritual, I mean, if it's a one, I'm gonna probably think of the zodiac sign or some bullshit like that, you know? But coming from a man, yeah, the first thing I will think is, oh, you're religious, nice. But this woman, guys, has the moral high ground, right? You cannot be talking down on her because she's the equivalent of Angel Gabriel. So you cannot be, quote-unquote, mansplaining anything to her. All right, let's go for the next one, which is men who have a dog. Ampu, what do you think about that one, mate? Am I a red flag just because I have you?
Man with a dog. Now this one might be kind of controversial because I know a lot of you ladies love dogs, but you need to remember why a man gets a dog in the first place. It's not because they just want a best friend, it's because any single man with a dog thinks that they can use their dog to manipulate you. The single man with a dog has a dog to manipulate women. I said what I said. If you're on a date with a guy, it's a good excuse to get you to go to his house because he wants to show you his dog, or he has to go home and feed his dog, but he doesn't want the date to end. And if they want you to hang out after a while of not texting you, it's always so-and-so, insert dog's name, misses you. It's never, I miss you. Let's also keep in mind, if a man has time for a dog, he's not using that time to run a business, to make money. These are all traits that we want in a man, but if he has a dog, it does not allow him to have those traits.
Guys, who goes out to walk a dog instead of working? What a red flag. You bunch of bastards, go back to work, you plebes. You know, you dirty peasants, get back to work, you fuckers. What are you doing out here, walking your dog? Alright. Fucking walking the dog over here, mate, instead of increasing shareholder value. My hell.
The next one we have is men who are super into the gym and clean eating. Now, gym and clean eating in itself are not bad, but if they are super into the gym and super into the clean eating and rigid, that means that most likely at one point in their life, they were conventionally unattractive, and so now they are cripplingly insecure. That means
I'm gonna show you something rigid, you bitch. She said the word rigid like 20 seconds ago, maybe you forgot. But there goes the winner reference for today's video. So, you cannot be religious, you cannot own a dog, even if you're blind. Hidan, I'm blind, can I have an assistance dog? No. Alright? Men who are super into the gym, you have to be moderate, at best. I mean, if this woman allows it, I haven't heard her opinion on moderately going to the gym, but at least not super, right? Like, we're not trying to become the next Arnold Schwarzenegger. At this point, if you're like super into the gym, it's just coping, all right?
They will project their insecurities onto you in whatever way they may choose, be it cheating, calling you fat, whatever it is, they're gonna do it. This also means that they allow very little fun in their life and that everything is taken very seriously. Next, we have divorced men. Now, this may seem a little bit hypocritical because men and women can both be divorced, but the difference is that women, when they're going through a divorce or a struggle in a relationship, they eventually heal from it and they have the maturity to work through it, and then they grow from it. They get over it. Men never do this. Men don't get over their first love from high school. They're surely not going to get over
Yeah, you know why? Because men know how to love. It's not that women heal from it, it's that women never cared about it. Iran, how can you say that they don't heal? I see them struggling. They are damaged because you hurt their ego. Like, they're not healing from you, they're healing from their hurt ego. That things didn't work out, or they made a bad choice, or something like this. Like, that's why they get emotional. It's not because they loved you. Hell no. It's not because it's over. It's not because they planned a life with you. They don't give a fuck. They'll find the next best thing around the corner, guys. So that's the reason why. All right? Oh, women heal and move on. Yeah, because they never cared. Because women are incapable of loving like a man loves. So that's why.
their divorce. Men see divorce as a really bad look for themselves, so they are super hateful towards women after they get a divorce. And even if they seem like they're not, even if they seem like they're healed, they most likely are not, because men don't heal. And if you do start seeing a man who is divorced, make sure you see those papers in person before anything goes down. And lastly, we have men who don't drink. Now, I'm not a psychopath, of course. If you have issues with sobriety or religion or whatever, then that's a separate thing. But if you don't have those things, then why are you not drinking? Is it to take advantage of the person you're on a date with? Is it because you have control issues? You are going to a restaurant with me and you are going to order a mocktail or a soda water with lime or a hot tea with honey. I'm sorry, you need to grow up. And sometimes men don't drink, or they say they don't drink because they don't want to spend money. Unfortunately, not drinking gives off brokey vibes, and that's something that you should look away from.
Chat, is it bad to not base your whole life around drinking? I know. I mean, if I start drinking and you start spilling all this bullshit onto me, I'm gonna give you a knuckle sandwich, honestly. I just couldn't restrain myself. But no, personally, I don't drink because, first off, most alcohol tastes like fucking utter bullshit to me. I just don't like drinking essentially fuel. You know, there's maybe a few... like, beer I like, alright? But I'm talking about the, like, really alcoholic drinks. Yeah, I just don't like drinking fucking fuel, you know what I mean? Like, there are a few that taste good when you get used to it. But at the end of the day, yeah, I don't like it. It's fucking overrated, alright, first off. The people who enjoy drinking is because they are so used to it after swallowing that crap for decades, alright? You can get used to diarrhea if you set your mind to it, so... everybody that tries alcohol for the first time, they make a face that is telling you, man, this is just fucking fuel and I don't like the taste of it, right? Because it tastes like utter garbage until you get used to it. But anyway, the point is, it's so embarrassing to be one of those people. If you're a man who bases his whole life around drinking, you're just wasting your potential as a man, right? Very few historical figures that have achieved something have achieved it by being drunkards, all right, and drunk asses. And women who drink, like, don't even get me started on that. So not feminine, so utterly disgusting. Like, you're drinking like a fucking sailor. These women that go constantly to clubs and drink all the time, I cannot imagine more of a turn-off than that. What a disgrace. Getting intoxicated all the time. I'm going with my friends to have a margarita. You're so fucking superficial. Just an empty fucking shell of a trash human. How embarrassing, honestly. The stupidest reasons this woman gives, guys. But not surprised, given that I think that the average IQ for women in today's society is like, what, 60 or something like this, last time I checked? But anyway, guys, let's move on to the article before more insults drop banning the channel. Asked if I could kiss her. Her reaction. I went on a first date with a girl, and while we were sitting down and talking, I asked her if I could kiss her. She responded saying along the lines of, why did I ask or feel like I had to ask? I mean, right? I never ask if I can kiss a woman, guys. I just get the chloroform ready and that's that. I was surprised because I haven't been rejected. Excuse me, because I have been rejected trying to just go for it. Kiss, and I want consent more than anything. We proceeded to kiss after she said that, and the kiss was fire. The rest of the date went well, and we are still talking, but I'm wondering if men should just go for the kiss every time and not ask for consent, or keep asking just no. Some will be like, why are you asking? Yeah, so here's the thing with women. You never listen to what they say, because damned if you do, damned if you don't. And men need to learn that you should just close your ears and stop listening to whatever the fuck women are telling you, because it's literally always wrong. Everything they say is wrong. Right? Just like in this example. Or when they tell you that they want to be heard, they want to have conversations, guys, and then you stop leading. You start having these very democratical, positive, modern conversations, and they lose respect for you, and they cheat on you with the guy who actually knows how to lead, right? Stop fucking listening to them. Well, let's move on to the other one, guys. I have 4. I'm gonna rapid fire them. When did going 50-50 on dates get such a bad rap? I'm a single but actively dating guy in my mid-30s, and I grew up at a time when it was very common for people to split bills for early dates. At the time, this seemed to reflect a more egalitarian and progressive outlook towards what makes a healthy relationship. But in the last couple of years, the pendulum seems to have swung back in the opposite direction, toward the old-fashioned idea that the man should be the provider for the dates. Well, isn't that interesting, fellas? Because very, very interesting, guys, how women are becoming increasingly, literally by the day, more modern, more independent, more liberal, more retarded, right? But at the same time, men, the expectation towards men is swinging back in the traditional sense. What a surprise. And how convenient also. Am I right, fellas? Just very surprising how women nowadays, guys, they literally dress the average woman like a prostitute from like 50 years ago, right? So they're becoming increasingly more leaning towards fucking hell. But at the same time, when it comes to men, oh, no. With each passing month, we expect men to become more and more like a 16th century, like noble prince or something like that. Women are just restarted. Visit any social media platform where dating is discussed, and you'll see folks bemoaning 50-50 men, and how the mere suggestion of splitting the bill is an instant ick moment. I don't love this development. As someone who wants... Yeah, I also don't love this development, guys, if I gotta be honest with you. As someone who wants to build a more egalitarian kind of partnership, but I'm interested in knowing how and why this cultural shift happened. Because women are retarded and they expect everything out of you while providing nothing in return. That's why it happened. Is it the way in which social media proliferates reactionary thinking? Is it people retreating to the imagined comfort of tradition amid present-day crisis? Is it a reflection of the right-wing comebacks we've seen lately? No, it's because women are fucking retarded. I'm open to any theories. That's my theory. Women are retarded. Retarded is the word. That's why. That's why. Because they have the audacity to be asking for fucking everything while not even providing a lesser than a 20 body count. That's why it's happening. Freaking 3/4s over here, guys. Alright, let's move on to the third one. How do you know if a woman is out of your league? Well, very simple. I know that none of them are. That's the third article, guys. Just none of them are, right? Up to the level of the 4,000-year-old mummy, guys. Bit of self-promotion going on there. But it's right. It's good to have a small amount of, just self-assuredness, right? How are guys supposed to get experience if no one wants to date someone without any? Hey, that's a good question, eh? That's a very good question. Alright. I'm a 25-year-old male, and honestly, I feel stuck. Help me, stepbro, I'm stuck. Doesn't apply here, guys, but... Or maybe it does, if he dresses like a fanboy. Recently, I met a girl online and we had been chatting for a while. Everything felt easy and natural, and I really thought we are getting along well. Then the topic of dating history came up, and I told her I've never had S3X. She said it was fine at the time, but 2 days later, she completely ghosted me. LOL. This is man's dream, to find a virgin woman who is not, you know, dirtier. Is that even a word, guys? Dirtier? Dirtied out? I don't know. Just inventing things as we go. But a woman who hasn't been, like, shot on, let me say that, by 300 men, just 600 hands touching her body, sticking everything everywhere, right? Like, men are dreaming of a virgin woman. Meanwhile, women will actively dismiss you if you're pure and if you have preserved yourself, right? I've never avoided S3X because of fear of religion or anything like that. I just wanted to wait for the right person and not rush it. I always thought being serious about relationships was a good thing, but lately, it feels like most people see that as a red flag instead of something positive. Yeah, because women, again guys, modern women just hate everything good. They despise with a burning passion everything that is good, everything that is healthy, everything that is normal, everything that is common sense, everything that is pure, everything that is spiritual. They hate it because they are demon-possessed imps, that's why. And they reward everything good, and they, excuse me, the opposite. They reward everything bad and they punish everything good. It's frustrating because it feels like a loop you can't escape. You can get experience without dating, but you can't date because you don't have experience. And being honest about it only seems to make things worse. Again, because you have to lie to women. I don't make the rules, guys. I don't like lying, alright? I don't think that Santa is going to give you a present in less than 2 months if you lie. But if you want to be with women, that's what you gotta do with them. You gotta lie. You gotta pretend it's all smoke and mirrors. Because again, they are restarted beings and they just want for you to play the game according to their rules, right? Just think of anything that's good and do the opposite, and you're gonna be very successful with women. I know a lot of women are pretty selective about this stuff now, but is there any way to break out of this cycle? How do you even talk about being inexperienced without it sounding like a turnoff, and instead make it clear that you actually care about doing things right? That's the thing, my dude. Women hate you doing things right. It's not just with this, it's with everything. You want to treat a woman with respect, she'll despise you. You gotta treat her like an asshole. You want to love a woman unconditionally, you made the wrong choice. You gotta use her body like a sex toy, and when you get used, you know, when you get tired of it, just throw her out to the dumpster like a sock with a hole in it. That's how you gotta treat them for them to respect you, right? Again, just go back to the basics. Everything that seems right and moral and godly, do the opposite with these satanic beings, and that's when they'll reward you. Any advice or perspective will really help. All right, we'll leave it here, guys. Holy crap, did I fit 4 articles and 2 TikToks in 18 minutes, guys? Well, that's a fast video. Alright, let's make the video 19 minutes as I say my farewell, guys. Just so we have a minute for every centimeter of my wiener. And there's that. Let me know your comments down below, guys. Your thoughts. Remember, in this life, you either choose to be a good man or a man who dates. But thank you now for watching, guys. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one.